Getting rich on Nitro type is the goal of many players, but very few people think about how to manage the cash they've made. There are a ton of videos that exist on YouTube that explain how to get rich on Nitro type, however there aren't a whole lot of videos that explain how to smartly spend that hard-earned cash. After all, what's the point of getting rich if you'll lose it all in a bad decision? Well, my name is Isaac, and as a billionaire on Nitro type, I know a thing or two about spending money smartly. Today, I'll be giving out a few pieces of advice to make your spending habits smarter. Before we get started, I currently have a $150 million Nitro type cash giveaway currently going on. I moved the end date to June 5th, 2024, so you have more time to enter. If you've not entered yet, I highly recommend you do, because it's an easy chance at a lot of Nitro type cash. Now, onto the video. So there are two general categories for spending Nitro type cash, as of the time of uploading this video: the item shop and sending cash to other players for various purposes. Let's get started with my advice for shop spending. So when it comes to shop spending, there's really only a few simple rules to live by, and those are: don't buy things that you won't use, especially if you're hurting for money. Never collect items just to collect them. This is a fairly pointless habit that I see a lot of players fall into. They spend way more money than they should be on stickers, trails, cars, and titles that they'll never actually equip. Another rule to keep in mind is that if you can't afford to buy an item twice, then you cannot afford to buy it at all. Essentially, you should avoid spending over 50% of your cash reserves. Now, there is one exception to both of these rules. Sometimes Nitro type will bring back a very rare item in the shop. If this item is likely to not return to the shop, then I would recommend buying it, regardless of its price, assuming you can buy it in the first place. But even then, if you're going to spend all your cash on that one item, it still may not be worth it. But besides the shop, there is one more main category of spending, and that is sending cash to other players for one purpose or another. First of all, don't bite off more than you can chew in giveaways. You should only ever do giveaways if you have a lot of excess cash. Never send more than half of what you have, unless you're trying to get rid of your cash. Maybe you're quitting the game for a while, and you just kind of want to empty your cash reserves, because what's the point of keeping a lot of Nitro type cash if you're not going to use it? And the same rules apply for team competitions. Don't be running a lot of competitions if you cannot afford to run them. I know that competitive teams require a lot of cash flow, but if you don't have that, then you probably should be avoiding running a super competitive team unless you can find a team of active players who are willing to race for lower amounts of cash or just for the heck of racing. Another category I see a lot of people make mistakes in is the YouTubers. I know that giveaways are a great way to grow the channel. However, these same rules apply to you. Don't run giveaways if you struggle to afford running them. I never started running large giveaways until I had over $500 million. Now, I did run giveaways before this, but they weren't huge. That's kind of the deal here. You don't have to be running super big giveaways. Even small giveaways help. You shouldn't be emptying your entire cash reserve over one giveaway. Consistency with your giveaways is important. So if you can only afford to do a giveaway once in a great while because you're spending way too much cash per giveaway, then you may be hurting yourself more than helping yourself. And finally, and this is a big one, don't buy Nitro type accounts with your cash. Use your time and resources to improve your own account. Besides, Nitro type account buying is a super easy way to get scammed, and Nitro type support usually doesn't help people out with this because it's actually against their terms of service. So if you buy an account or you try to buy an account and you get scammed, there's a pretty good chance Nitro type will just ban your account and the account that was being sold. And that is pretty much it for today's video. I do realize that a lot of the more experienced players probably know most of these things, but some of the newer ones don't, and that's okay. That's why we make videos like this, so that the newer players kind of get an idea of what they should and should not be doing. If you learned anything, or if you just enjoyed listening to the video, make sure to throw the video a like, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you all so much for 1,000 subscribers. I hit it a little while ago, but it doesn't change the fact that it's still super awesome we hit it. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all in the next one.